Hey, what's up out there? It's Dave Duford here at Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help people like you succeed in the final expense insurance business. Today I'm coming to you under the weather, but my commitment to my people remains strong, and I cannot hold back a day to try to help people out in becoming successful at selling final expense. Actually, if you're wondering what I'm wearing here, I've got a little arm hoister here. I've been working out so hard in the gym that I think I've blown out my shoulder, so I'm hoping it will be better. This has restricted my activity, and then plus I think with all the springtime weather hitting us abnormally early, the trees in the back with white flowers are starting to bloom, and I am horrifically allergic apparently. So this is going to be a quick video, which hopefully means I'll keep it under 20 minutes. So I got a question in my email the other day. Thought it was really good to bring up as a conversation point. Had a gentleman who said, I've been using this lead piece. It doesn't say life insurance on it. I've been thinking to switch to a new lead piece that actually does say life insurance on it. Should I switch lead pieces? Well, it comes down to a couple of simple answers and questions really in follow-up. I believe that what really matters in the final expense business is getting results. It doesn't really matter what happens between A and B as long as the outcome at B is pretty much on target where you need to hit. So for example, if I have an agent that does direct mail final expense leads, I want them closing 4 or 5 leads or 4 or 5 applications out of every 20 leads, or a 20 to 25% conversion ratio. And for this particular gentleman, that's exactly what he was hitting. And in return, there's some other considerations to consider as well. How many leads are you getting back for the investment that you put into the lead program? So this guy was getting approximately a 2% response rate. He was doing a per 1,000 drop. He lived in a part of the country where that's a sensible idea. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it through and through. But it was likely, if he didn't go on a fixed price lead program, that if he used a life insurance lead card, he was thinking he might get 1.5%. I would wager he'd probably get closer to 1%, maybe 1.25%. So even if he closed 30% out of 12 leads back for 1,000, or about 1.25%, you're really only looking at what? 3 leads, 4 deals. So he's reducing his lead flow and possibly, potentially, reducing his production. And so the net result would be lower income if you think about it. He's paying more for less leads and closing less deals in total compared to what he was. So really, the last point that I asked him, as I was pretty much assuming this wasn't going to be a good idea because he was getting good results with this generic card that didn't say life insurance. The last thing I asked him was, what is your average case size? And he told me his average case size was somewhere between $350 to $450. So that's approximately if he's meaning that on an annualized premium basis, which I believe he does, it's about a $30 to $40 case size. Now that's something that actually needs work, is what I would suggest. What I suggested to him. It's not so much of a marketing problem, in my opinion. It could be probably a problem with how you're closing your final expense deals. For example, what most likely he's doing is offering policy sizes that are really low, or he's working in some really downtrodden poverty areas, which is normal for final expense. But you get my point, hopefully, that there's probably some things he can do as to where he targets his leads, but probably more immediately as to how he sells his leads. Maybe he offers higher premium sizes. He might be offering coverage starting low and then working higher, and then invariably getting smaller average monthly case accounts. I teach the sell the premium method in final expense. That's where we pre-qualify it ahead of time and ask, if I can qualify you for a program, can you afford $150 to $200 a month? I don't say that personally. I learned it from a guy who says that, who's done very well in the business. Back in 2010, he wrote $400,000 in final expense business, which is a feat. But I feel better asking $80 to $100 a month. But even with that, that's well above my average case size. And what will happen is, over time, by asking that, then working it downwards, you're going to bring that average case size up as people begin to settle in the $35 to $50 range on an average basis. Plus, you'll be able to catch those home runs, those big deals that are $100 and over, that will drive that overall average up higher. So bottom line here, when we're looking at switching direct mail lead pieces, what matters is results 80-90% of the time. The only other function I would consider is, are you happy with the way that you run business? A lot of people, if they work a generic lead card, are going to have to dance around the fact that it's not a government benefit, because a lot of people think that it is, even though the card doesn't say that. That's just kind of what they assume when they read it. But if you are okay with that process and you like the results that you're getting, and you're at least closing 4 or 5 deals out of 20 leads, why change a thing? Don't fix what's not broken. As the old saying goes, keep steady and keep doing it, and you'll keep getting results. So my name is Dave Duford, Final Expense Agent Mentor. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what you see, please subscribe, smash the like button if you like this video, and feel free to leave me a comment or question below if I can help with anything. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining. Take care.